Hello and welcome back to EVE Online, and here we are with Fintrash out in his Heron. We're in the wormhole in which we are a guest at the moment. We're making full use of the facilities. We're scanning down and we're doing quite well. We found 3 relic sites that we can actually go and scan very quickly. So we're off to the first one. We're going to start hacking away. Now at this stage my computer was kind of half repaired. I'm playing on quite low settings. And if anything gets busy on screen, my computer will probably crash. So I'm trying to desperately avoid combat. I'm not doing any sites, any ratting. It's just hacking and PI at the moment. But we'll get on with it. And I've gone through the basics of the hacking and the scanning and the staying safe out in dangerous places such as wormholes and low sec and null sec before. So I won't go too much into that detail. And I'm cargo scanning every box before I go and hack it. I like to know. And as we'll see in here, one of the reasons I've made this video is really to illustrate that once you're on a site, I do miss the occasional box. You can see on a D-scan there's a buzzard. That is actually a friend of mine, and we're in voice comms while this is being recorded. Because of the instability of my PC, he's nicely agreed to just be out cloaked, so you won't see him on D-scan very often. Just check in the D-scan for me, and he'll call anything to me, and then I'll either continue hacking on kind of red alert, or I'll just go off and dock and wait till the danger has passed. Depends on the circumstances really, but having that station here is very handy. Anyway, as I was saying, the hardness of the hack on a box does not reflect the loot inside it, and that kind of gets illustrated in this video. So even with low skills you may lose the occasional box. I do, but it's not necessarily going to be the best loot, so don't let it put you off. So there we are, quite an easy hack there for the first 4 million box, and that's still good loot if you don't come into wormholes and or low sec and you're not used to hacking these kind of relic sites. Sticking your neck out a little bit and learning how to use your D-scan, then these might be quite big numbers for you. But these are actually the small boxes, and if I blow up a occasional 3 mil box while I'm out here in the wormholes, it's not really that big a stress because there are much better boxes to be hacked. Here we go, million in this one. Let's see what this hack's like. This is quite a low value box in relation to its neighbours here on this site, I think. So this should be quite an easy hack. So let's see, do we fly through it? Again, it's just following the numbers. There's a couple of rule of 6 nodes there that you would have gone for as safe spots, etc. But as I say, get the spanner used quickly because you've always got room, especially as an alpha, to increase your virance coherency quite soon. Don't attack anything you don't need to attack. There it is. That was quite simple, wasn't it? So I'm not saying you won't get easy hacks and bad loot and quite hard hacks and good loot, but it's certainly not a constant. Get on to the next box. You're very familiar with my little technique. I like to cargo scan. I know some people don't like to because they don't want to know. I've just rescanned the box that I've already plundered, which is fair enough. I like the pressure, and you will see I've done a couple more runs out in the Heron in this wormhole, and also in the Drake and the Caracal doing some sites. I've done a gas site where the Caracal takes a hell of a beating clearing the sentry guns. There to come. Then I'm going to roam out a little bit more. Now we've got a box worth just over 8 million, so let's see. This should be a harder hack, but let's see how my theory stands up. Well, he spawned first, so we can kill him before he can boost anything else on the board, so that's not a bad time to find him. Do check around when you get a number 1. If the first one neighbouring it reveals something, it doesn't mean that something else neighbouring it doesn't also have something to reveal. There we go, we've got the spanner. We've got a shield. We should do reasonably well when this is the big hack, and there you go. That's the 8 mil box, and that really wasn't a very hard hack at all. 8.4 mil, thank you very much. And I like to carry on with my scanning of the sites with the probes while I'm doing the boxes. You see me do it quite a lot. Obviously, the more tense the situation you're in, the less you're going to want to be multitasking. The fact that I've got any ships highlighted on my overview so they'll stand out here very clearly if I need to see them does help, and I'm ready to run at a moment's notice, I can assure you. And what just happened there was I failed the hack because I came in too fast and started hacking, and the Heron swung out of the 5,000 meter range, and that immediately fails the hack. On a ghost site that can kill you. So here we go, we got a shield so we can take him down nice and safely. Follow this hack along. This one's just over 3 million. Now there, you should always pick up that shield or anything you reveal before you do a neighbour. I've just proved why, because if you do get something naughty next to it, it locks it. I'm going to fish up here. Where are the numbers going to take me? I'm going to have to do something else, I think. Another shield, that's handy, so I can now kill him and get that shield back. But there you go, that's why you always pick those things up straight away. I'm taking my time because I've got the time. There was a bit of lag there, and that sometimes happens in hacks, and that threw me a little bit, but not to worry. We're going to get there, we'll get there. Yay! And yeah, just poke around. Don't fight things unless you absolutely have to. Until you every alley you're down is blind, then start fighting. And while I'm burning over to the next box, I get on a little bit of scanning. In the wormhole living here, we need to check every day where the wormholes have opened up to, which ones have closed. At this point, it's been a few days since I've found a really nice route out to the shops. It's been 34, 35, even more jumps, or really precarious routes, or landing in a low-sec system full of snuffed out. So we do keep an eye on that just to see where we are. We don't want too much loot to take out. I end up with about 800 million and I get it out in a quick run. Scanning the next box. 19.3 million in this box. Right, so we should be in for the hack from hell. Let's see. Here we go. Got something nice and near the front. Right, if we've got one of those, it means we've got a virus suppressor on here to use it on. It's not always a good sign. It depends which order you run into them in. So we've got the shield. We're going to take this, there he is, so we're going to use him on there. So we just click elsewhere on the map. That takes him down. And now as you saw there, our bar down in the bottom left hand corner on the right hand side went back up. So now we can do a little bit of fighting. We've got the shield handy. So this is going great so far. It gave us the remedy to the biggest problem on this grid right at the beginning. So come on. Come on, no, up to here. Again, just don't click on the ones that are lit up unless you have to. There we are. That wasn't too tricky, was it, for 19.3 million? So, yeah, we'll take that. We're up to 36, is it now? Fantastic. And the boxes on this site really are spread out. It could kind of work to your advantage. If anyone's going to warp in, cloaked or uncloaked, they're going to be quite a distance from you. So cloaked, they've got a lot of slow burning to do, potentially to get to you. If they're uncloaked, you should have more than enough time to do a runner. I'm carrying on with me scanning. What we got in this box, let's see. We're nearly there. Not much left to do. The downside of, oh, there we go, metal scraps. What kind of hack are we going to get for metal scraps? Let's see. The other downside of not getting a good link out of the wormhole for a little while is I'm running low of ammo. And as you know from some of my other videos, some of my fits are a little bit hodgepodge due to a lack of a module here or there. So I really want to get to the shops. But all the time I can't get to the shops, I'm here hacking and making ISK, so I shouldn't really complain too much. Right, this is for metal scraps. This is for bugger all. What are we going to get hack-wise? No, it all seems kind of cool so far. Not too bad. Take him out. Shouldn't need to worry about that other one getting boosted. That area seems dead. Right, we got the spanner. That's a good sign. That'll boost us up. Again, leave those lit up nodes alone. Unless you really, really have to. Oops, there's the virus suppressor. He needs to go down. But we can't really fight him when our virus is suppressed. There. So got lucky there. In desperation, I've clicked the lit node and it came up with exactly what we needed. We're kind of back on track for now. Let's see what else this hack has to throw at us for metal scraps. I'm fishing. I'm trying to avoid having to attack anything at the moment. There you go. Every option exhausted. So I'm going to carry on going this way. Whoop-de-doo. Come on. This is probably taking me the most time, and obviously that in itself is a big hazard. So I failed that hack. The first hack I failed on this site was the metal scraps box. So let's have another go and see where that puts us. Come on. I'm not giving up. Again, look, you know, wow. See, to get those two so early in a hack is ridiculous. This is basically... Right, this is me going full CBA, and I've done it, but if you actually watch that hack again, that was just crazy, because I really wasn't caring. Those first two spawns there were really just nasty, but it still can be done. Don't give up, just clatter around like a madman. It was for metal scraps, but I got them. And I did click on a lit up node I didn't have to click on, and that's what got the virus suppressor on me. So yeah, you go, broke my own rule, it bit me. Last box, what have we got left here now? We scanned down some more nice sites as well. We got, what have we got there? Data site, another relic site, yeah. It's a good little day in this wormhole today. Sometimes I've scanned down 21 sites and found nothing hackable. It's gas, it's sleepers, and it's wormholes. But today's a little bit better than that. So I'm just setting up my probe. On these ones, don't always reduce your radius, because the whole point of this type of a scan is to try and get it down to 1 point. So leave it where you were, where you the scan radius where it was. 5 mil in this box. Let's see. But I'm not going to take you through all of the sites I do. From after this site, we're just going to get the last box, unless there's something interesting pops up. And we'll just see how much I get just running this one wormhole. And you will find wormholes like this obviously just on roaming around. It's not because we're here in a station. It makes it very much easier for me to do this, and cuts down on the travelling and therefore the hazards. But you can find wormholes this populated with hackable sites just from poking around. This one's going okay. We're plodding through it. Do bear in mind that if you think an area of the map's dead, like that central area, then you don't necessarily have to worry about reinforcing some of the nodes too hard. And there you go, there's 5 million. So our total off the first site is 41 million, which is pretty good. So we're just going to head off to the next one as I carry on scanning down the rest of the wormhole. So this is the last box on the second relic site, and there's been no shocks or surprises here. Been quite a noticeably lower value than the previous site. Let's see what the last box gives us, and then I can let you know. Come on, it must be here somewhere. All these ones. There we are. What have we got in this box? That's one of the best boxes on this site. We made 7 million on that whole site, and that box was half of it. So we're up to 48 for our run through the wormhole today. And the probes are finding more hackable sites as we're hacking them, which is absolutely splendid. So this is the next site, the last box. Again, nothing horrific, just taking it easy. I don't think I've destroyed any boxes that I haven't shown you. And that box we got 4.7 million. So that site, the third site, 12.5 million. So we're up to 60.5. Which is about the price of our Drake and its fit that we're using to go on the sleeper site. So well done, Heron. Right, on to the next site. Now, this isn't the last box. I've seen some crazy hard hacks. I've seen some kind of easy hacks. But check out this hack. The infamous one-step hack. It actually froze me completely. You can see. There you go. We didn't get much loot from the world's universe's easiest hack. 72 grand. But it's not the worst loot you'll ever get. And as you saw earlier, that carbon box was much, much harder than that. And what did that have in it? Then, as I go through here, I think on one site this kind of encapsulates it. And do bear in mind, obviously, I'm alpha. I'm very restricted. I can only have level 3 for most of the skills that are relevant to any of these processes. And not even that high for some of them. So my virus strength and stuff is going to be significantly lower than guys with high skills, level 5 skills, Tech 2 modules. But we're going to get onto this next hack. Now, obviously, there's no way I'm going to show you an easier hack for that with more loot than 72,000 ISK in it. But let's just see what we do get next. So let's scan him. There you go. There's over 11 mil in this box. So again, We should really be expecting about a demon hack out of this one. And let's see how it actually goes. Now I'm going to take it nice and slow. I'm just following the numbers, nothing special. Not going to click on that lit up node. I'm going to go around him. We're just looking, there you go. So we've got him. We know there's probably a virus suppressor on here, so always save that for the virus suppressor. Don't want to attack that. There's the virus suppressor, so I'm going to use him on there. I'm just going to click pretty much anywhere now. A little bit lucky that that was a good thing to pick up. I've got my spanner. I'm just following the numbers. I'm actually clicking on the station on my overview because there's Nestero in the system, I've just been told. But he's not going to be a threat to me this quickly. Just plodding along. And I haven't even used any of those power-ups yet. That haven't needed to. So we got in there, that's still active. I'm going to kill him no problem. Now that was an, what, 11.4 mil? Let's have a look. Yeah, over 11 mil that hack. I only attacked the virus suppressor on that entire hack, and I had the tool to do it with. So that was really quite an easy hack. I just sped up this little section of me burning over to the next box, which was miles away. And he's going to be worth 3.2 million. So let's see what kind of hack we get here. And now, as I said, with my alpha skills, I'm quite limited. I think, I mean, I make a left or right decision, I make the wrong one, but there's no way for me out of this. There's a hack. I can't see. So I've got him, I have to kill him, and then I immediately get another one. So I think that hack was almost probably with alpha skills impossible. I've had a look at it, I don't know. But I do get that box, a second hack, and here's the last box on that site. I get him first go. He's worth 4 million. So we're now on that site. We've just picked up just under 30 million. Our total so far is just under 90 million. So let's carry on, get over to the next site. I have actually been lucky enough sometimes to have sites respawn as I'm hacking and kind of keep things going on. That doesn't happen today, but there's so much in here. This is a very lucky spawn for any wormhole. I am making that very clear to you. Last box on the next site. Another relic site. Quite a good relic site. Not a challenging relic site. 41 million's worth of relic site, putting our total up to 131 million. And they so far have all been relic sites. Now I've scanned down a couple of hackable data sites. We're going to go and have a look. And I think this certainly proves my point as to why my basic herons are all rigged with the focus on the relics. This is the best site. I've scanned down most of the boxes, as you can see. Sorry, this is the best box on the site. I've hacked it. It's worth 5 million, which is 5 million, which is great. The rest of the site is worth about, I think, if I recall, about 1.2 million. Now I really think of that as the time spent on that site hacking. Yeah, I'm safe here, I could do it. I'm just going to leave that site for now, go on to the next one. I'll figure out what to do with that later. Maybe I'll catch somebody up there hacking it, you never know. Although without a cloak, hunting is the hardest thing to do in a wormhole, unless you can just land on somebody. I go on to the last data site, I have a little look around. To be honest with you, I'm thinking, there you go, a million in that box. I've got 133 million ISKs worth of cargo on board. So I'm going to call it quits there. So I hope you've enjoyed watching us make some nice ISK. We'll be back soon with some more ISK in some crazy big loot boxes. Getting shot at. Caracal in hole. See you soon. Leave a like if you've liked it. Leave a comment if you've got anything to say or any requests to make. And for now, fly safe, take care and goodbye.